Welcome, this is a tarot reading for Cancer. I'm just going to wait for some people to join. So I'm going to play my singing bowl. Hello. How's everyone doing? Hello. I was going to do a tarot reading for Cancer since they have a lot of birthdays right now. But afterward, I can draw a few cards for you guys if you like. How's everyone doing? Yeah, it's relaxing. I'm going to do, well, I guess I should get started with, between June 21st and July 22nd, our energy is sort of in Cancer. And so I'm going to read a bit about the Cancer sign, and then I'll do a reading for Cancer. And if you guys have Cancer in your chart somewhere, it could apply to you if you know a Cancer. And then at the end, I'll draw a card for a few people if you guys like. So Cancers are a very interesting sign because they are exclusive holders of the planetary ruler, the moon. These signs are symbolized by the sea crustacean, the crab. It is within this symbol that we find most of the Cancer's traits. Hard shell on the outside with frightening, powerful pinchers, but most and soft on the inside. Much like the crab, many Cancers are prone to be very difficult and hard on the outside, ready to pinch any who gets too close, but are quite soft and kind on the inside. The trouble with this is how difficult it is to get to this inner personality. Reaching this inner personality is often as difficult as getting to the flesh of a real crab. It requires some breaking of the outside shell, and may require some tools. Also, as with the work of breaking a crab's shell, it is not for the faint of heart, and this individual will meet many people within his or her life who are not willing to go through the work of breaking through the shell, and will simply prefer to get pinched. This is okay, of course. These individuals who are not willing to break through to the kinder side of the Cancer are not deserving of it in the first place. The crab as a creature is often known to exist purely on the shores of the ocean, giving it a connection to the ebb and flow of the waves upon the shore. This often translates to the moodiness within a Cancer, which is a misunderstanding, as it is believed to come out of nowhere. But there is always a reason for a wave to break a certain way, that just may not always be easy to see or understand. While it may appear to an outside viewer that a Cancer is up and down for no real reason, they are simply more sensitive to the world around them and are responding to things that a less sensitive individual may not notice or appreciate. This sign is often regarded as lazy and weak, but anyone who believes these statements has never been pinched by a crab. And that's all it says about the crab. But I thought that was really cool. So now I'm going to draw up some cards for you guys. So, for a general reading for Cancer, for the energetic period. And the Moon card came out in the past position. It's interesting. There is a Cancer Moon coming up. So, perhaps watch your depression if things are like coming out of the Mercury retrograde. If things were unclear, then definitely watch your anxiety levels, especially going in, like it could resurface when the Cancer comes in the Moon. So try to stay in your zen, okay? Oh, throwing the deck around. I just feel like the energies are all over the place during a retrograde. It can be really hard to interpret the energies. Okay, so I have the cards. So as I was saying, the Moon is in the past position. So yeah, watch things aren't always as it seems. The Moon often is like illusions, like our thoughts can play tricks on us. Everything looks different in the dark than in the night. Than in the day, sorry. But here, there's some artificial light shining on the Moon. But the Moon, of course, provides its own light. So I guess that's like true light beaming down. So it's like having intuition, knowing the true source of your light. Sometimes things can seem to give us inspiration, but really, true inspiration comes from our higher source of light. Because the Moon is a source of sunlight at nighttime because it reflects the sunlight. So, but also the Moon card in its negative can also mean like a bit of depression, being stuck in your head, that kind of thing. And in a Mercury retrograde, things definitely are not clear. It feels like we're not always getting the full story. We're getting like fragmented pieces, misspelled texts from friends, connections. Just lots of stuff could be going on. But in the present, you have this Ace of Pentacles. So if we stop and get out of our heads, we always can recognize a start of a journey. And the Ace of Pentacles is supposed to be the most lucky. Getting this card was believed to make a wish, and that wish was going to come true. In this picture, you see the two hedges are like kind of coming, reaching the center, and then this like flame is like shooting out this pentacle in between. So it's a meeting of two brilliant circumstances that lead to this wish fulfillment. So it's a meeting of some sorts. So if you guys like, I'm just going to read the Moon for you guys. So I like to read it out to you guys. That way you guys can add your own interpretation to it as well. So... I'm finding every card but the Moon right now. That's okay, we'll get it. It's just hiding. Oh, here we are, the Moon. Okay. It was all so strange, and I cannot remember it properly. Well, you know how dreams can be. A situation, a flux of uncertainty, fraught either with deception or revealing of important truths. Suddenly or slowly, you are not really sure at this point. Everything is so blurry. You are on the edge of an ocean, in the dark. You sense rather than see the presence of a creature of some sort. Sounds of softly disturbed water as loud as thunder in the silence set you on edge. That edge is sharpened as whirling, creaking mechanal noises add to the harmony. Your eyes adjust to the darkness just as two pillars that you didn't know where there came to life. Moving, turning, adjusting, and finally clicking a surprisingly gentle sound. The cloud parts. The cold orb overhead glows, and your world is caressed by illumination. You squint, you shiver. Confusion, curiosity, and the tiniest tremor of terror travel through your veins. While our conscious selves are busy building things that may become our own personal devils, our subconscious selves are also busy creating. The activities of subconscious helps us assimilate the experiences of our lives into our worldview, solve problems, and heal emotional wounds. The IA dreams, intuitive and psychic flashes, and communication with the divine. As with all things, the realm of the subconscious has its dark side. In tarot, this realm is revealed in a manner of speaking in the moon card. While the high priestess sometimes communicates with dreams, the moon's language is nightmares. The high priestess lifts the veil on mysteries. The moon sprinkles confusion. The high priestess gift is ultimately wisdom. The moon is much, much more complicated. On the irony of attempting to speak the moon with clarity, the moon represents the kind of darkness that promises hidden treasures where there are really dangerous and alerts you to monsters where none are present. It shows everything as other than it is. On a mundane level, it warns you that things are not as they seem, and that you should take nothing at face value, and that you must question everything, and that you should consider waiting until morning, metaphorically speaking, before deciding your next move. You really don't have all the facts and could take a misstep. Or not. Who knows? It's best just to sit on the riverbank, pet the cat, and see what secrets are revealed. On another level, the moon is a place of inspiration and imagination. You can see and experience things you've never dreamt before. Feed your creativity and seek your muse in this shadowland. Confront your demons and battle your dragons. Achieve inexplicable victories against the monsters of your mind. Find freedom. Become paralyzed with fear. Sink below the water surface. Lose yourself to your worst nightmares. It is a dangerous place. When confronting the moon on this level, it might be comforting to remember that, as Yoda said, the only things you'll find here are those you bring with you. The moon is a tricky card. So much of its interpretation will depend upon the question and the surrounding cards. If High Priestess is also present, focus more on internal intuitive work or experiences. The Devil card is present, or other cards that lend an unpleasant feeling to the reading, such as the Seven of Wands or perhaps the Three of Swords. Turn to a more mundane approach. It is possible that someone is keeping secrets or withholding information. It is easy to assume that other people are lying, but it is just as easy and perhaps even more common to lie to oneself. Okay, so there's no devil here. There's no high priestess, so this speaks to maybe external circumstances with you and with a person possibly involving another person. Maybe they started off in the past with some things unsaid or not said the right way, or there were some definite red flags or maybe the appearance of red flags or something. And then you're taking this wish fulfillment, you're starting this journey with this amazing pentacle, which speaks to, it's a love reading, it's more of like monetary gain, so it's like a business or a thing involving profit, physical resources, monetary gain, and such. But in the future, I have the Three of Swords, and as it depicts a heart with 3 swords jammed in it, as with many other tarot. They always depict 3 of Swords this way. And like a really cool tarot reader, Rambling Mike, I watch sometimes, he always goes, out, like get these swords out, because he does love readings. But this is just the general reading, so if you're feeling like a bit heartbroken, realize that you allow these swords to kind of get inside you, and you have the strength to pull them out and to mend your own heart, so to speak. So with that, I'm going to just, before I just skip right along, I'm going to read you guys the Ace of Pentacles now. But it is a beautiful card. Okay, Ace of Pentacles. Here we are. Alright. Ace of Pentacles. How does it feel to hold the potential of the world in your hand? An opportunity for prosperity. The Pentacles represents our physical life. As such, they may seem to the uninitiated to be the most mundane of the suits. But consider that the Pentacle represents the physical manifestation of spirit. Similarly, the figure of Jesus is also said to be the Christian God made flesh. Come to think of it, there were those who thought him a bit too earthy and mundane to be holy. What with all those tarts and all that wine? Earth is the element associated with this suit, and its most obvious qualities are stability, form, and security. The element of earth shares some characteristics with the number 4, and with the Emperor cards, that help shape our lives. In addition, earth brings us abundance, and so reflects the world of the Empress. The element of earth supplies the resources that meet our physical needs. It is also connected with our worldly status, our mastery over the physical world, and the way we interact with and what value we assign to those items. The suit of Pentacles explores the physical world and how we shape it, how it shapes us, and how we interact with it, and with each other in it. This is the suit where everyday life is lived. As Benjamin Franklin said, do not squander time. That is the stuff life is made of. Time is also an important resource, and it is also represented by these cards. The Ace of Pentacles shows a complex, mechanized hand bestowing the gift of a shiny pentacle. Arthur Edward Wyatt, the designer of the famous and groundbreaking Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot, published in 1909, said that this card was the most favorable card in the deck. He doesn't say why, but I believe it's because it represents a gift of pure and amazing luck, an opportunity that can explode into undreamed of abundance and accomplishment. If you peek ahead to the 9 and 10 of Pentacles, you'll see what I mean. There are those who say we make our own luck. The mechanized hand represents our role in creating our own lucky opportunities and in nurturing those possibilities to fruition. Safely enclosed in a lovely garden, the Ace of Pentacles is a seed. As it shines, we think not of just its material potential, but also its divine spark. When you get this card, consider your lucky day. Look sharp for the opportunities that is right in front of you, and make the most of it. You cannot see any such opportunity in your life, then think about what can be done to create your own luck. And a reading tip. All of these aces are good omens and bring favorable energy to a situation. But the Ace of Pentacles holds even more promise. It uplifts all the cards in the spread. Okay. And with that 3 of Swords, I'm just going to go right in and read that so I can get more clarification on the whole picture. The misuse of tools can lead to a mickle mess, sorrow caused by knowledge. So knowledge in particular maybe you're starting something and then you're going to get some knowledge about it. Maybe you thought it was all going good. Maybe it's not, or that it was going bad, but it's hard to say. There's so many, especially in a Mercury retrograde, people could be like all over the place with, especially in a general reading, like with work, love, health even. So I say, given where these placements are, I say if it's a general reading, they've got their plate full, and maybe they've become a little bit, like if your life is so chaotic, it's like always an illusion, right? So then in order to like stop feeling so overwhelmed from all this stuff, sometimes you withdraw and become like a little bit detached. You're like, I need to let go of all this negativity. So sometimes in order to let go of negativity, we'll feel nothing. We'll feel the void, the absence of even good, or the possibility that we can be present. So I definitely think with this sorrow caused by knowledge, you could be in the past not sensing things or seeing things clearly, or maybe not able to act the way you'd like, especially in the Mercury retrograde. But that's changing. We're getting Cancer moving up into the new moon, and we're coming out of those retrogrades. So I think this is a new start presently. It's definitely getting better. But you have wishes and hopes, right? And the Three of Swords is sorrow caused by knowledge. The misuse of tools can lead to a mickle mess. So I'm just going to read that now. Words can build bridges, create connections, and nurture relationships. Through careful communication, we can establish elaborate edifices of understanding that are stimulatingly beautiful and utterly awesome. All of these activities take time and skill. In the smallest of moments, a few words can destroy what took years to create. Whether the words are cruel or merely careless, whether a painful truth or a manipulative deceit, the injury is very real. In the shadow of a dark and stormy night, what was once a perfectly balanced, functional, and loving clockwork heart lies in shambles. Straight, unyielding sword have been jammed ruthlessly through the delicate curves of fine craftsmanship, creating a poignant picture of tragic destruction. The Suit of Swords is nothing of, if not dramatic, and the Three of Swords is no exception. The lofty and theatrical tendencies of our minds are here joined with the melodramatic and unpredictable characteristics of our hearts. Because the swords are wielded by another person's hand, the sense of betrayal and shock creates a raw, gaping wound. Experiencing the Three of Swords is never fun. When your heart is stabbed, no doubt there will be pain. The wounds will heal, but even still, things will never be the same. However, lessons will be learned, truths will be revealed, understanding will occur. This card marks a sad time, but as with all experiences, you have the ability to determine how you will think about it, experience it, and ultimately fold it into your worldview. Okay, but maybe this broken heart thing and this thing in your past with like not seeing things the way they are, but this card is like uplifting the energy in its best possible way. So maybe understanding why you're brokenhearted by past actions, when you get to this future moment and you're like, oh, I feel wounded. And like there is potential in this situation, but if you're starting a situation not healed, your broken heart could potentially cause a problem in this start. This it's like two are coming together to create physical. That's what I always think when I see the Ace of Pentacles. Like it's like it represents pure amazing luck and a wish fulfillment. Like the start, like, of like it was like an idea or an opportunity comes and you're like, yes, oh my God, like, it's so lucky, right? So good feeling. But often there's other people involved. There's like a meeting. Maybe with the, like, and this is a present card presently. So my advice with this type of read is to really, yes, analyze what you can get from your intuition from this kind of murky past. Like you're kind of seeing only fractals of the moonlight illuminating parts of pieces, not full pieces. So when you're trying to put a puzzle together and you only got parts of pieces, not a full piece, it's going to be much harder. So definitely go back and see what you can draw from it. But ultimately in the present, stay in your bliss, stay in your manifestation. Ultimately what you need to create, what you need, what you've set out. Try, and then if you feel wounded by individuals or by events or just by maybe your own experience, try to remove the daggers and heal your heart so that it won't interfere with this amazing wish fulfillment that you're working towards. Is probably what I would recommend in this situation. But yeah, like, I mean, this card is so amazing to get. It really balances out this Mercury retrograde. I think this was the best you could do, Cancer, in this time period with the retrograde and your birthday's coming up. Some of you probably already had your birthday, but I know a bunch of you are getting your birthdays coming up, and you could be getting your hopes up for what could be happening for your birthday. And then, I don't know, I don't want to put words, but like for some reason, there may be some afterthoughts after the party, after something's on the go. Cancer, you could be feeling like maybe you were nervous about something, you weren't getting all the facts, and the moment arrived and it was really great, and then when you thought about it after, maybe it wasn't so great. Or maybe there's a situation in this sense of sorrow and it says, I feel like this is really important. Misuse of tools can lead to a Michaelmas, sorrow caused by knowledge. So whatever messages you're going to be getting presently in the future, pay attention to. If you've come out of a Michaelmas and with this illusion card, you could be feeling very reactive and high stress. That was the past. Now you have this amazing ability to attract abundance and to work on this wish fulfillment. Try to stay in your bliss as much as you can and not be reactive based on past stuff unless it holds real merit and you're feeling very betrayed. Then I would, if it's something that involves this pentacle, you need to be honest with yourself and them or whoever is interfering with this. Are they helping this? Are they hindering it? Are they with you? Are they against you? But you have to be in your soul, in the present, in your Zen. You have immense potential. So if in the past you were talking to people and communications were unclear, if you just stay in your bliss and work hard on yourself, yes, certain messages could come to light in the future, but don't let it beat you up. They're gonna come like an unraveling feeling. This really hurts. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Getting stabbed in the heart by 3 swords. That's like one sword would be enough to think about and deal with. Imagine 3 big instances. Like it's a lot to overcome. So if you've done this to a person or this person's done it to you, my advice is to give space. Allow both you and the other person to have some time so that there can be healing. And absence either makes the heart grow fonder and you work hard to resolve those differences to get back on track, or maybe this is the fact that you realize something has to end in order for you to really complete this epiphany, this moment. And remember, like all aces, they are immensely powerful and immensely feel good and they're lucky, but they're fleeting. If you don't act on this moment and work hard on it, you're not going to get to the 10 of Pentacles if you squander the ace, so to speak. You got to play that ace well to get to, say, like the place you want to be with that. So I hope that makes sense. Like really get out of your head, into your soul, work hard on your wish fulfillment, If you're feeling wounded or betrayed based on miscommunication and this Mercury retrograde in the past, don't give in to that. I mean, like I said, assess. Are they helping or hindering you? And if it doesn't serve you, stop hyper-focusing on them, their betrayals. Distance yourself, heal, and then communication can trickle in between you and the other party who caused you pain. Then you can understand, is this a relationship you want to work on? Whether it's like, I don't know, a co-worker or, you know what I mean? Like whatever types of relationships. This is just a general reading. So it can literally mean a bunch of things. But if it's, I mean, this card is just so amazing that it seems like it's just fraught with a lot of past anxiety, not seeing things clearly in the Mercury retrograde, and getting in the future, or possibly different people might be on different timelines with this, but misuse of information, like Mercury retrogrades, people could be texting messages and not be clear, and people can misinterpret. But there's a lot of stuff that's going to come to surface when the karmas start to balance in the future. Definitely, some things are going to come out, and that's probably going to hurt some people, especially with a lot of Cancers having their birthdays, and they're all up in their energy, and they want to feel appreciated and loved, and they have all these ideas. Maybe it could have been not what you expected, and maybe people might have had a hand in that in some way, but, I mean, it's okay if something doesn't work, if something doesn't go right. You yourself are the thing that will always go right. Like, work on yourself, build this dream you have, and attract the people that won't cause you this heartache along the way, or at least are willing to help you take the swords out and do the work to work on this dream. So, please, can I have a love pull card for me and my partner? Sure, I'm done. I'm pretty much done this reading. So that was a reading for Cancer for the energetic period. But yeah, sure, I'll pull a card for you. Do you know what your horoscope sign is? But I want to keep this one short to upload to my YouTube account. So I'm going to be right back on with pull cards. But that was a reading for you guys, Cancer. I hope you guys really enjoyed that reading. My lovely, lovely Cancers. And like I said, things might have been rough. And things might get rough again in the future, but you are an amazing Ace of Pentacles, and you have amazing ideas, and you're going to land that opportunity to fill your cup. And the broken heart doesn't say broken forever. Heal yourself. Relationships equal consciousness. It is a choice to be happy. Once you are happy, then the consciousness that relationship brings only magnifies the happiness. So with that, Cancers, I love you. I'll see you